From a new season of High School DxD and Fullmetal Panic to a brand new anime for Data Live, I'm your host, Anime Sam, and this is AniNews. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to your daily fix for anime news. Today I've got quite a few new previews for some anime that I definitely think that you'll be interested in, so keep watching because you may come across something that you'll like. So let's get started then. It keeps happening, guys. We're getting another sequel for a show that we haven't heard a thing about in years, or at least anything big like this. But that's right, probably one of the better or more watchable harems is making its return with a 4th season. I guess High School DxD coming back isn't as shocking as something like a Madhouse series getting a 2nd season, but still good news to hear regardless. The series will be titled High School DxD Hero, and it's gonna cover the 9th and 10th volumes of the light novels written by Ishibumi. According to Crunchyroll, it's an arc that focuses on the battles against these guys, and it's expected to release at an unknown date in 2018. So it could be a year away for all we know, but judging from the preview that we're seeing right now, it seems to be pretty far along in the production schedule. Next up, we got another short preview for Studio Trigger's upcoming mech series, Darling in the Franxx. The last time I covered this show, the preview gave us a glimpse of the mech, but now we get an introduction to a new character who I assume to be the villain of the series. I mean, if you're looking like a combination of Esdeath and Altair, and you're sitting like that, then I don't think you've got good intentions. I like what Trigger is doing with this show though. Subtle reveals almost every 2 weeks is a good way to keep the fans invested. Also new this week is a preview for one of Jeno Studios' 3 new anime series, this one called Kokoku, a show adapted from the manga of the same name. The premise is actually pretty cool. The main character is this girl whose nephew and brother were kidnapped for a ransom, but her family only has 30 minutes to meet the demands. So, since there's not enough time, she decides to go all Liam Neeson and rescue them herself, except instead of a particular set of skills, she only has a knife and a stone that can stop time. Seems like a pretty fair trade to me. And this is expected to come out in January, so I think I'll put it on my plan to watch. Alright, time for another big new preview. Or 2 actually. Yesterday, Kadokawa released 2 previews for the upcoming new season of Fullmetal Panic. I really wish I could share some more information about what to expect from this, but I actually haven't kept up with the Fullmetal Panic franchise. So if you know what this new installment is going to be about, then go ahead and let us know in the comments below. Also, if you'd like to see the full trailers for this, or anything else that I talk about today, links are always in the description. This next show I actually covered I think about 7 months ago, back when the first preview or visual came out, and I think I was interested in it just because of how weird it was to begin with. Basically, it's a family where the parents are mad scientists who splice their kids' genes with different things. It'll be interesting to see why the Japanese producers were so fond of adapting this Taiwanese manga. Moving on, it's been a while since I watched a decent post-apocalyptic anime, and the addition of mechs is always a nice little touch when they do come around. So when I saw this new show, Jushinki Pandora, I was pretty hyped. The synopsis describes it as a near-future world, but I think post-apocalyptic is more fitting. It's basically another one of those Terminator premises where AI has become so advanced that they're just trying to absorb every other species and become one race of biotech. So it's 2 of my favorite genres together, and it's set to air for 2 seasons, so definitely something to get my hopes up for. And the final preview for today is for the new winter anime Grand Crest Senki. From the preview, it looks to be your typical action fantasy, but apparently the source material was pretty good, so hopefully A1 Pictures can do a good job adapting it. We'll find out soon enough anyway in a couple of months. And the last thing for today, there was an event going on at Akihabara today called the Fantasia Bunko Big Bangs Festival. Don't ask me what it is because I have no idea. But during this festival, which I assume to be otaku related, it was announced that a new anime production was being worked on for Data Live. So Data Live already has 2 seasons and a movie, and the 17th volume of the novel came out a few months ago, so the franchise is still going pretty strong. As to whether this will be a continuation of the main story or another spin-off series, that's yet to be announced, but I'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as I find out. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. As always, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this type of anime content, then you already know what to do. So until next time, ciao!